fields on other days. That's the primary charge for the cadets of Army. But on this field, the seeds planted by the likes of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see, the Astronauts taking on a team from the AAC, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Black Knights will kick it away first. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Astronauts offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back.
Can anyone catch him? At the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Astronauts! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Army's offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else and get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of all plays.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
They'll run the option, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. they had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now the toss. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. They finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You've got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the total, Astronauts 7-0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Daly. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Still running at the 40. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now on the option. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They'll run the option. And the Astronauts have pushed it inside the 20. The option look. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone and is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll toss it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third, going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running back goes in motion. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Looking to throw on 3rd. Dances away from the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Astronauts come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. The sure hands, it's Schwartz. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Astronauts have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Astronauts!
Touchdown, Astronauts.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Army, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And they knocked him down almost immediately. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking for a man. It's Daly. Skips away from pressure. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Working that left side now. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Buys a little time. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. The Astronauts will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
14, Army, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good one.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something.
All kinds of running room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Coming after him. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Goes to the option. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's York. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Astronauts will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. To throw, it's Daly. Keeps looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Black Knights decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. The back goes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 18 on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's O'Neal. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Astronauts. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Number 7.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving through.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Daly. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. He turns it loose to the left. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Smashes through.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Astronauts 21,
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Run it with the fullback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Astronauts line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's not afraid to go deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Trying to get to it. Got it set up on the outside. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Daly. He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. That big play really finally has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And they'll finally track him down and shove him out of the 2. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. Fires into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Army!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for the 2-point try. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Jumped on top of the pile.
Man, and you came up short, and I tell you what, defensively, nice job stringing that play out, making the quarterback not be able to run it downhill now, pitch the football, and getting that running back on the ground.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Off-play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. They'll run the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Astronauts will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. There he goes. Open it up. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Black Knights. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive. But the offense, a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Central Michigan just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Mountain West. They'll enjoy this one all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Astronauts will bring the punt team onto the field. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground on the offense. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. The option look. Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. It's now 1st and 10 from their 24-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. After the filthy move, he's got room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, and after the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Makes a man miss. The Black Knights pick up the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quarterback checking the play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Army! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
It's caught. The two-point try is good, and now it's a three-point game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. He's looking for a man on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Going up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast.
Man, what a game. That was crazy. Came back in the fourth quarter, man, down 21-3. Scored 21 unanswered points. Wouldn't have had to do that if we would have made our field goals in the first half, man. But hey, we chose the Army job. You know, we wanted to serve our country. Wanted to, you know, just take on a new challenge. You know, we just got to learn this playbook in and out and learn what works and what doesn't, you know. But we're getting there, man.